Coming to you from the Netherlands and bringing you the very best Dutch rock and roll music. And for the final part of our show, we're going to be hanging out with the legendary Dutch rock and roll band Golden Earring, and I'm joined by Barry and George, and let me tell you that we're backstage at the Noorderlicht in Tilburg, so if you hear a little bit of noise going on in the background, it's a rock and roll gig. So thanks very much for joining me, guys. Nice to see you. And I was going to start by saying you guys have been around for like 30 years.
Well, hardly 30. I mean, let's say 25.
25.
Yeah.
To what do you attribute your long-term success, and what's kind of kept you motivated to keep going over that time?
At first it was tax debts, I think, that kept us going. You know, we just had to stick together to pay our debt. And then we started having fun. You know. Anyway, I guess it's just, we were born in the same city and grew up together, and it's sort of a brotherhood like that. And then also there's hardly anything else we know how to do, you know. We're not exactly brain surgeons or anything like that. So, and we still enjoy what we're doing, and there's even people coming out and say, you guys are better than ever, and you know, that keeps you going.
Yeah, but I mean, over 25 years you've been together, you must have seen a lot of changes. I would have thought that like being adaptable would be a very important thing, to be able to adapt to changing times.
Yeah, you got to keep interested in the music. You have to, you know, you listen to all kinds of music, and like you said, you try to get better, improve, and that keeps you going.
Well, we never really, never really followed trends that much. It was always a rock and roll band, you know, the way it was. It's, we've stolen little things here and there, but we never started playing reggae or something like that, you know. We never started going into new wave or.
I mean, you mentioned there that you're like a brotherhood, but by the same token, you must be very good at giving each other space as well in the kind of overall relationship.
Oh yeah, because you know, everybody really has different characters and different interests. You know, like there's one that is one of the band, like the bass player, is very much into the business part of it. You know, and George is the one that is into, you know, he writes the music and everything, and I do the part of the albums and the art thing. So everybody has his own niche, you know, and just steers away from each other, like that. And
also Caesar works on some outside projects as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, Caesar does other projects, and it's just
a 1,000 drummer project, you know.
Right, yeah.
Drummer
Heard about
crazy.
that.
Yeah, he's just like the lunatic of the band in a way, you know. So every band needs a lunatic. Usually the drummers.
Now, obviously, I think it's true to say that you are known outside the Netherlands for your hit Radar Love. I mean, obviously, there's a tremendous advantage to that, but also have you found that a little bit of a disadvantage, that people always sort of say Golden Earring, oh yes, Radar Love?
Well, I'm glad they say Golden Earring, Radar Love instead of saying Golden Earring who, you know, or what, who the fuck, or, you know, and like that. So, and, you know, we still enjoy playing the song, and it's a great song.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, you know, somebody just sent me a fax that it was number, in Australia, it was number 12 in the top 100 of everything, you know, and I just went, well, that's pretty good.
And we've never been there. We've
Never been
there.
but, you know, but anyway, it's, the song doesn't bore us, and it doesn't bore the audience yet, you know, so it's like, it may be, the only thing I'm pissed off about, in a way, is like, they should say Golden Earring, oh, that's a band of Radar Love, Twilight Zone, and then we host a string of hits, you know, which we've never really managed to get that done so far.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the new album, The Naked Truth. Obviously, for this album, you went acoustic, showing a different side to Golden Earring. What inspired you to unplug your guitars?
Well, it was actually Arena's idea to do it, you know, and we a couple of years ago we did a radio show in Holland. It was called 2 meter lucht in, whatever, and everybody really liked it, you know, and the response was real good, and then Rena said, well, why why not record an album? And we said, nah, we don't want to do that, and then, you know, after a couple of months
He convinced us.
Yeah, he convinced us, and we said, okay, let's go for it, and then everybody got really, you know, enthused about the whole thing, and really worked. So it's really a gold album here. So.
Savvy like a fish on my tongue. Speak to me like you do. You have me all summer in your arms. You hold me the way I like you to. You fill my cup, it's cracking up. The button that says alarm says I'm not supposed to.
in a cafe, didn't you? Which I can imagine was quite a nice sort of relaxed sort of recording environment.
Well, with us it's never really relaxed, you know, because we're such a hyper band, but it was different because people were sitting down and everything, and it was all right. I mean, we were always like sort of nervous about the idea, and when it happened, it just came out so great, you know, and so now we're even planning doing a tour in theaters. You know, we've never played theaters because we hate it when people are sitting down, but with the thing like this, it's actually an advantage, you know, because it's not as loud as it is with the, you can sit down, relax, and sort of, and it's and we're looking forward to it even, which is different for us, I guess.
I mean, when you sort of went acoustic, did you regard that as like a challenge to maintain a similar intensity both when actually recording and also playing in the live environment?
Yeah, well, we didn't really think about it, you know. I mean, it just came out that way. Everybody was really surprised that the band sounds exactly the same as it does with amplifiers, you know.
That's quite an achievement.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's like it was the energy level is still there, so it's you know. I mean, it proves that you could put the band on the corner of a street, and it still sounds great. So
well, you have a problem when you play, for instance, Red Love. You know, you play that you know, Sarah's going with the drums, and he can't control himself. He goes, and you go with the guitar, you go, and you can, you know, it's hard to get the, you know, the same power.
Yeah, it's like Mickey Mouse versus Godzilla, you know, and him being
like
Godzilla.
Which,
yeah.
you know, we always have to calm down, to take it easy, take your brushes, you know, instead of the sticks. But he doesn't want to do that, so that's the only problem we have.
We'll break a couple of fingers during the tour, you know. Just go. Next time you do that, you know.
I mean, the album to some degree is like a greatest hits format. There's a lot of very well-known songs on there. Do you think that perhaps serves old fans and also new fans as well?
I don't know. They just brought out this. There's this Dutch company, or I don't even know. Is it Arcada? Is it a Dutch company? It's probably German the way they do their thing.
Yes,
and they do greatest hits albums all the time, you know. And they did one of ours like a half year before that. But with this, it's different because the songs sound so different from the way they do, you know, on records. So it's people that said, wow, this band actually, well, they actually sound nice like that, you know. For instance, yeah, they actually play. There's people like in shops, you go in shops, you know, and then there's this guy selling you bread and saying, I heard this song, and it's acoustic. I actually like it, you know, like that. So there might be a whole new group of people, you know, becoming fans of the band. Could be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Now, you did actually write 2 new songs for this record. I was wondering, knowing that you were going into like an acoustic performance, did that alter the way you wrote the songs?
No, we had one song which was originally planned for a new album, and you know, we had it on the shelf somewhere, and we said, okay, let's take it and see what we can do with it. And there's another one, The Naked Truth, which Barry wrote lyrics for it, that we sort of wrote for the acoustic feel. And then we sort of, you know, make different arrangements for old songs, you know, like When the Lady Smiles, which is on the original record with. It sounds kind of neat, you know, when you hear it acoustic. But these 2 songs are